Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you are using your mind and your spirit and your heart and your love and your energy to back up the liberation of Africa, which has started with the French colonies. No more calling them former French colonies, because we have to just be honest with ourselves. There's nothing former about any of the colonies that were there in Africa. And we are seeing the dismantling of one of the worst colonial rules, which was France, family, and it can no longer be denied. It can no longer be denied. You know, as I always tell you on this channel, family, we're not here to report the news. We got the news with you. We got the news with you. And we went to celebrate because what we see coming up ahead is beyond epic. And, you know, you've already heard of what happened in Gabon, where senior Gabon military officials appointed the head of the transitional government after the country was shaken by a military coup. What happened is early on Wednesday, senior Gabonese army officers declared they had seized power after Ali Bongo was yet again declared as president. And you know, the thing is, this election was not like any previous election because the citizenry knew too much. The citizenry knew too much. You know, I feel like this alternative media and social media and YouTube have been one of the key players, and how the African spirit has used that and maneuvered with that to create like a crash course on Pan-Africanism and what the French were doing. And it's like I got an email from one of my Patreon supporters who was talking about how we've seen too much. We know too much to do the same thing or to tolerate the same thing. And I think France and the Babylonians, you know, the Western colonialists misread the mood. They misread the tone. And this was probably the worst time to hold the election in Gabon. If they had any serious sorcerers or any serious, you know, astrologers, they would have postponed this, because the mood and the fever and the energy in West Africa, in the former French colonies right now, is revolution. I can't even say the word. Family, I'm so excited. Let me know if you're excited in the comments below, please. I am so excited. This is, you know, you talk about these things, you prophesy, you see it coming. But when the ducks come home to roost, or when the chickens come home to roost, then it's like, prophecy fulfilled. Because regardless of what they try and plan now, their energy has been overridden by the desire of the West African people to be free in this season, in this generation. I keep telling you, it's a narrative war. If we win the narrative war, we win all wars. All physical wars bow to the narrative war. What's happening in Gabon and West Africa is a narrative war that we have won. Somehow, just putting ourselves willy-nilly together. Somehow we created a global army of minds, family. Because too many people knew about Ali Bongo. How he's this old guy, how he lives most of his time in Switzerland, how he's this, how he's that. And then to make matters worse, immediately after he was removed, after the coup, revolutionaries uncovered suitcases, bags in the outside president's family's homes, filled with bundles of banknotes, CFR, francs, dollars, and euros, and, hey, even Gabon's finance minister, you can see him here, family, you can see him here, being stopped by citizens while trying to flee. I'm telling you, family, regardless of what the agenda of the generals is, because a lot of people have asked me to talk about, what do I make of Russia's involvement and Russia kind of being the godfather of what's going on. Is Russia the godfather of what's going on? Because there's also the seven family. Hey, just join us in the next episode where we will be talking about that. But it's just like, it is what it is, family. And the more that ECOWAS, which is a puppet of the West, and the Western nations delay in taking action, the harder it becomes, because the wave of the people, which is an energy, creates a security net amongst them. And this has happened like, wow. And you know, family, you know me, I'm a high priestess. So let me just tell you how I really see it. I truly know that there are some high-level spiritualists, high-level reincarnated Orishas that are even moving in the flesh of some of these generals that are orchestrating this liberation. And that's why I know it cannot be reversed. And if you see the moves I'm making, I don't know if you saw the general from Burkina Faso. Man! Talking to the youth when he attended was it the BRIC summit, or where was he recently? He was somewhere recently. I think you can see it here, family. And the way he talked, like, he is inspiring. Like, these are the Messiah energies, family. These are the Messiah energies that even just by the action they've done, they have inspired billions of children, of youth, of 20-year-olds. Even the elders are inspired. And we, as the high priestesses of Mount Zion, just offer our prayers, our support, our power, our strength, our psychic energy to the true and real liberation of France, West Africa, as they wanted to call it, and to the returning of our kingdoms. We stand in solidarity with the spiritual wizards and high priests and high priestesses who are orchestrating things behind the scenes. Because another thing about this GAB0N thing, everything is falling on astrological, like, boom, like astrological alignments, family. We've just had the last full moon. Like, sorry, I keep saying last full moon. What I mean is we've just had the last super full moon for the next 10 years. Like, the moon will not be as close to Mama Earth as it was over the elections and the coup that happened in Gabon just recently, family. Like, that energy was coming in and now it's closing out. These are not normal times, family. And we are a new breed of African. I hope you're now starting to believe me. Anyway, special shout out to every single person that supports us on Patreon and has enabled us to share our energy with the liberation of our people and the motherland. Thanks to everyone who donates through PayPal. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, Dr. Mumbi Show. And we do have a secondary channel, Dr. Mumbi Spiritual Show. Until next time, family, celebrate the liberation of our people, even if it's just to say thank you, ancestors, thank you, Most High, for freeing us. Even if 2 billion of us are saying that every day, hey, imagine what we would do to this movement. And is Cameroon next? Catch the next episode as well, family, where I'll be talking about why the African presidents are jittery and what they're up to. TUKO, PAMOJA.